Hi, today I would like to present to you our paper on WeChat use and cross-cultural adaptation among international students in Chengdu, China. The paper is written with Kai Zhang and myself. Nowadays, there are a lot of international students in China, and it is the largest destination for international students in Asia. And it is the third largest in the world after the US and the UK. There are more than 500,000 international students in China in the year 2023. Now, international students in China have a problem because they have to make a lot of cross-cultural adaptations and they face a lot of challenges. The main ones are the social functioning and the academic functioning. However, we have social media to the rescue. It can actually reduce their stress and helps them to connect and interact with other people. The only problem is access to Facebook, Google, and Twitter has been restricted since 2009. But they have learned to use WeChat, and it has become an important platform for international students. Studies have shown that when they are able to use the social media, it actually helps them to adapt to life in China much faster. But the current studies do not show the precise mechanisms by which they adapt cross-culturally. And that is why the present study investigates the relationship between WeChat use and cross-cultural adaptation among international students in Chengdu, China. We will analyze the conditions of WeChat use, the level of cross-cultural adaptation, and the relationship between these two variables. The study is a correlational study, and it involves 24 international students in Chengdu, China. Roughly equal percentage of female and male participants. The age is 18 to 25, which is the university age, and 50% of them majored in education and management. Their Chinese proficiency test level is level 4, 70%, and the rest are level 5 and level 6. These participants did not have a lot of cross-cultural exposure before they went to China. 83% are from Asian countries, 70% did not have any members who are Chinese, and a lot of them, half of them have stayed in China for just over 1 year, but they now use Chinese for more than 2 hours a day. To collect the data, a questionnaire on WeChat use and cross-cultural adaptation was made, and it was shared online. Results. WeChat use among international students in China. The WeChat use is very high, and they found it very useful because it is convenient, easy to use, free, and it makes their life easier in China. It also helps them to improve their Chinese language skills. It helps them in their social life as well. They make new friends, they get social support, and overcomes their homesickness. But they don't feel out of touch when they haven't logged on to WeChat for some time. And this is because they have other social media platforms to go into. They don't necessarily depend on WeChat to contact people at home. In the study, we found mixed responses where there is a mean score of 3 out of 5. Some of them use WeChat to get study resources, others don't. Some of them make a lot of friends and get emotional support through WeChat, others don't. And there is also mixed response on whether they are proud to tell people that they are on WeChat. Next, we move on to cross-cultural adaptation of international students in China. The level is satisfactory. The mean scores are above 4.5 for these few aspects. They have the ability to respect the values and cultural norms in China, and they can live a full life in China, handling daily problems, unsatisfactory service, and getting others to understand them. They are also satisfied with the academic progress, the support provided by the teachers and the university, and they can express themselves. Now again, we get neutral responses from students. For some of them, the classmates are there when they need help. For others, they don't get this kind of help when they have emergency. We also asked them whether they felt capable in China, powerful, at ease, or feel close to China's social environment. For all these, there are mixed responses, which means some of them say yes, some of them say no. So this is really very much an individual thing. However, all the participants do not seem to know much about the basic laws and regulations in China. Maybe they don't encounter much of this. And finally, the results and the relationship. Does WeChat use actually help the cross-cultural adaptation? The answer is yes. So the more frequently they use WeChat for socializing and communicating, the more or the much better their intercultural adaptation. So finally, we would say that WeChat use contributes to cross-cultural adaptation for international students in Chengdu, China, based on this preliminary study. Firstly, WeChat is indeed a tool for international students to communicate socially in the host country. And secondly, we have kind of identified the causal mechanisms, how this cross-cultural adaptation takes place. And it is through academic adaptation, social adaptation, psychological adaptation, and also daily life adaptation. Indeed, WeChat is a very good instrumental resource that can motivate international students' academic and social engagement behaviors. And these are the references. Thank you.